to Universally Bedford Live. Sorry I missed you last week. In the midst of a redecoration of the studio. That's why behind me looks a bit chaotic. But the good news is, hopefully it'll be wrapped by next week and you'll start to see some more exciting stuff behind me rather than just blank wall and a load of old nonsense. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Amazing to have you with us tonight. So thank you for giving up your Thursdays. We've got a little bit of we've got a few updates from the site, which is great. We can have a look at the news, but most excitingly, we're going to spend some time together. We're going to play some games. And if you're new here, welcome. Like, subscribe, do all of that stuff. But we play a game that not just lasts for the length of the stream, but it lasts forever. Just going to say hello to everybody here. So everyone in the chat, if you're not chatting yet, get involved, and I'll come to that. Hello, Ronnie. Hello, Enchantia Bids. Hello, Lisa. Hello, QA Library. Hello, Emma. And Lisa. And Weesty. And forgive me if I've said names more than once. And David J. Lloyd's here as well. Got a good one for you tonight. We've got some fantastic head-to-heads in Rope Drop Showdown. And of course, we have Doozy Thesaurus for you guys. I'm going to need a favor from you. I have the washing machine going. So if it gets a little bit noisy, just give me a shout. Let me know in the chat and I'll press pause on that guy. But my son came back from school today covered in just, you know, the uniform needed to go in the wash. So we're multitasking right now. Anyway, if this is your first time here, I alluded to it earlier. We play some games here. And there are some things that you can do to elevate yourself. So we have a leaderboard. Now, I think we should check. Should we check on the leaderboard? I think we should check on the leaderboard. We've got a lifetime leaderboard. Let's see where that stands. Right. Right now, this is the lifetime leaderboard. We got Enchantia Vids at the top. 349 points. Ronnie is in second with 269. David J. Lloyd in third with 180. Lisa, you're in fourth with 159. QA Libraries in fifth with 132. And Weesty in sixth with 114. And we've got a stream leaderboard as well. So let's just check in and see how everyone's doing. Here we go. Ignore me. I say this every time that I'm going to fix it. I really will. I promise. Enchantia Vids is heading up this stream's leaderboard. Lisa is in third, or second, really. Emma is in fourth, or third. Ronnie's in fifth, fourth. David's in real fifth, and QA Library in seventh there. So we have it all going on. All right. So let's see now if we can. I'm going to just try and get some of the chat coming up on the screen, see if we can get that working. But should we dip into what's been going on the site? I don't know if you've been keeping up with the latest updates. There's been a few bits going on, but let's check in, shall we? Let's see what's going on. So that is not what we're looking at. So forgive me for that. What we're going to be looking at right now is the news. So there have been some updates on the site. We have seen a few bits and pieces go on at the site. And yes, they are building some little ponds for the wildlife. Well spotted, Ronnie. Ronnie spotted the little ponds that they're digging up there, which is very, very exciting stuff. What else has been going on? Let's think. So we've had the ponds We've also had some more wildlife measures going in. So, like there are those kind of those bits of let me try and get it up on the screen. Bear with me. Here we go. So, we got on the core zone, there are some patches there of greenery, right? There's some bits where there are some trees and scrub. Let's see if I can get the pictures up here. Right, here we go. Bear with me. Hello, Mark. How are you doing as well? Okay, right. Does this work? No, still doesn't work. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe it's confused with my screens. Not sure. Anyway, was hoping to share some bits with you. Let me see if I can get it up a different way for you guys. Anyway, that's being a bit problematic. So we've got these kind of little patches of trees and bushes and stuff like that on the core zone. What they've been doing is they've been installing these kind of little fences around the perimeter of those, and those are purely just to keep what's inside there inside and to basically protect the wildlife that lives in those little areas, right? From the construction work that is almost about to kick in. Lisa, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I am embracing the chaos. I think you kind of have to, right? It's a wild and mad world that we live in, and you can't embrace a little bit of madness. Yeah, just do it. Just embrace it. And QA Library, thanks very much. Yeah, give the stream a bit of a thumbs up, guys. Really do appreciate it. Really helps us out. Helps us elevate this thing. And like, look, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret, right? This is where I want to take this thing. I want this to be, if you can only tune in to just one thing about Universal coming to the UK every week, this is your place. It's a place where you can chat. It's a place where we can share in that excitement together, and we can have all of the updates. We can have all of the fun. But right now it's me, and it's me on a chair, and it's great. But I think we can do better, and I'm going to make sure that we elevate this beyond what would normally be an appropriate level. Okay, so let's see. Ronnie has speculated in the chat that apparently more houses on Manor Road have been bought today as well. Be interesting to know about that. Obviously, we mostly make we have a policy of not talking about any specifics in regards to those houses, because obviously they're people's houses. People live there, right? That's their homes. So not fair to kind of speculate too heavily on the specifics of that, but interesting that those houses are kind of slowly falling more and more into Universal's ownership. Now, obviously, we covered the plans. We know what the issue, the plans are for Manor Road. If that all gets sorted, that Manor Road that we know today is going to be completely reconfigured. Yeah, it's going to be completely new, potentially a dual carriageway, right? Cutting the site in half. With a bridge, most likely, where the level crossing is over the railway right now. Be very interesting to see what happens there. Now, I tell you what, I've got one for the chat right now. I want to know when you think we're going to see the government approve it. The government say, yeah, good job, guys. It's happening. You let me know in the chat. Chipsot, do you think they'll eventually have a drone flight ban over the area during the build? Okay, that's a tricky one, right? So technically right now, you can fly your drone over the area as long as you are not over individuals, over a public highway, over the railway. As long as you're not interfering with anybody, it's okay. All right. But when staff starts to ramp up over there, and we know that during 2028, 2029, there's going to be up to 5,000 people working there of a day, it's going to be very, very difficult to remain compliant to those guidelines. So, will there be a drone ban? Not sure. I think it's probably fairly unlikely, but there might be enforced drone guidelines. So basically, right now, you can get away with it because the site's really quiet. If it's really busy, now just so you know, you can only fly a drone up to 120 meters, right? They're applying through the SDO to build up to 115 meters. Okay. So that leaves you 5 meters, right? Where you can operate a drone without crashing into something potentially. Now, the whole thing gets very, very murky, very, very muddy. I don't think there'll be a ban, but I think it will be increasingly difficult to operate a drone in the area because of just safety and regular drone guidelines. Let's have a quick look. So we've got some more bits and pieces. I've seen a lot of concrete gathered up around the train station. I think they're building the train station. Right. So in Chantry Vids, I think we're talking about Wixham's train station there. They're doing a lot of prep work down there. A lot of prep. But we do actually know that whole project has been paused for now because they're having to redesign, because originally it was going to be a 2-platform station. Now it's going to be a 4-platform station, right? Absolutely. Okay. All right. Let's see the guesses that we've got for when we're going to get the approval. So Lisa's saying this month, she reckons. Okay. David, late this month or early November. And Chancy Vid says, could be a while considering all the nonsense going on at the moment in politics. Could be. I think we'll probably hear around at the time or just before the budget. That's my prediction. Yeah. But we'll see. I think we'll probably see sooner rather than later, just because I think Universal want to crack on. Mark S agrees with that. Emma agrees with that this month. After party conference season. Yeah, I think there's a lot of sense to that. QA Library says I could reach out and ask to fly the drone. Don't ask, don't get. I think why not? I'm all about that. QA Library says the 1st of Jan 2026. I hope I'm not waiting that long. I hope we don't have to endure that. Charlie says thinks it'll be this month too. Ronnie thinks the end of the month. And Charty Vids before Labour, before Christmas, knowing that Labour will make people think they're doing great as a Christmas gift. Chipswat Lisa, you can't fly over Alton Towers without a special license. The same with Universal. Yeah. See, you do have different tiers. You have kind of different tiers of drone license, and the majority of people operate just on a standard license, which does preclude you from flying over people and people doing stuff, right? So we do have something to consider there. I think that's a good chat, but I think we should probably, I don't know, what do you reckon? Should we dip into, are we up for a quick game? Should we have a quick game? Yeah, I think we should have a game. Let's have a think. What should we do? What should we do? I think we'll do this one. Yeah. Thesaurus. Right. Now, Has everyone played this game? If you haven't, here's the way it works. I'm going to give you a name or a term, and you have to tell me what it is. You have to be correct. Hello, Dymo. How are you doing? Right. So this is how it works. You get 20 points if you're the first person to give me the correct answer. You get 10 points if you give me the correct answer, but you're not the first. Okay? That's the way this one works. We're going to start easier and we're going to get harder. Okay? Are you ready? All right. Let's start nice and easy. I say easy. Every question is only as easy. It's only easy if you know it, right? Wise words. Right. Okay. We did do this one before. So, were you listening? What is... Are you ready? Got your fingers by your keyboard? Here we go. SDO. What is an SDO? I want to know what SDO stands for. Okay? I want to know what SDO stands for. Direct. We're starting to get some answers in the chat already. This is nice. It's a nice. This is one that we can kind of we can start to build up some points here. Okay, SDO, guys. What is an SDO? Chip swap. You're right. We have had this one before. I wanted to get people warmed up. It's going to get harder. Believe me. Dymo was too excited. Sent it early. That's all right, mate. We're all just excited to be here. Absolutely thrilled. Right. Okay, got 5 more seconds to get in there with your answer. Okay, let's have a look. All right, I think we've got some good answers in here now. Now, technically speaking, Charlie, you were the first person to give me the correct answer. It is a special development order. Well done, Charlie. Charlie, you get 20 points. Hooray. Well done, you. Ronnie, you got in there next. You get 10 points. David J. Lloyd gets 10 points. Lisa, you get 10 points. Chip Swap gets 10 points. Enchantia Vids gets 10 points. QA Library, I'm sorry, it's an excellent answer, but I can't give it to you. God, look at all these people changing places on the leaderboard. This is incredible. Okay. I am going to, because do you know what? Dymo got it right, but Dymo was a bit quick with the send, right? So Dymo, I'm going to let you... Because, see, look, you did get it right, right? There you go. So, Dymo, you are going to get 20 points as well. All right? So, well done, Dymo. Okay, fantastic. All right, that's number 1. We're going to get tougher from here on in, okay? Now, let's keep playing the games. Let's keep the momentum up, guys. All right, let's do it. What next? What next? What next? Oh, it's my favourite. I just love that. I love that intro so much. I showed it to my son and he was like, can I watch it again? Can I watch it again? Can I watch it again? And he's only 4. But love it. Right. Okay. Now, this one, if you haven't played it before, this is the way it works. Okay. You're given 2 options, 2 different rides. You have to decide which one you are going to rope drop. You have to rush to only one of these rides. Now, here's the caveat. You don't have to have had personal first-hand experience of the ride. Okay? You don't have to. And I'm making that very clear now because there is at least one item in today's little head-to-head where I haven't ridden it, and you haven't ridden it either. How can I be so sure? Well, you'll find out. Well, are you ready to play? So this is all hypothetical. If you have ridden the two, then of course you can give a very, very good answer. Now I do give some bonus points out for this because of course I like to be generous. And the bonus points that I will dish out will be for excellent reasons. Either they make me laugh, good, or they're well thought through. So excellent subjectivity will get you bonus points. Excellent objectivity will get you points. Easy, right? Are you ready for round number one? Okay, here's round number one. Here we go. Okay, we have E.T. Adventure versus Dueling Dragons, then known as Dragon Challenge, Islands of Adventure. Now, have you ridden these two rides? I'm actually going to add the vote here so you can actually vote. So here we go, round one, E.T. or Dueling Dragons. Okay, here we go, the poll's beginning. There it is. Start voting. Start voting. Right, so I'm having a look here. I'm having a look and I'm liking what I'm seeing. There's already some votes coming in. Fantastic. So we've got E.T., a classic dark ride, heavily Steven Spielberg was heavily involved in the development of it. Fantastic, right? But then of course on the other side of it we got Dueling Dragons, which was a dueling B&M inverted coaster. Fantastic. It dueled until it didn't. And then when it didn't anymore, and now it's Hagrid, so it's gone. So, what is getting your vote? Please vote. If you haven't voted, if you're just... I know there's some of you, because I can do maths. I can see that there are only so many votes, and there are more of you watching this stream. So if you've not voted yet, you're letting yourself down. And we're missing your input. Okay? We're missing it. Okay, come on then. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? We're going to close the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Wow. Okay. Good votes. We've got a 75% to 25% in the favour of E.T. Love that. E.T. loves you all. Unless you didn't vote for him. In that case, maybe he doesn't. But we all do, so that's all good. Dueling Dragons, though, is that like an underrated ride, right? Okay, let's have a look. I want to read through the chat because I want to see what people love. Right, okay, so Chipswat says E.T. just for the ride queue. Charlie Bits, E.T. for me, it was never the same when they turned down Dueling Dragons due to the accident. Yeah, right, correct. Lisa Bourne, I love the E.T. ride. Chanty Bits, E.T. ride is dead cute. Actually, I was quite emotional on that. Actually had a tear near the end, especially when the main giving out. It was a real great moment. Hearing your name. Yes. Enchantia Vids. Who doesn't love that? Chipswap. I love giving the wrong name on the E.T. ride. Charlie, I loved E.T., but it was quite dark inside. Then I realised I was on the ride with my sunglasses still on. Yeah. Nice one, Charlie. 10 points. Only have 10 points as well to Enchantia Vids because I love that. Right, okay. Ronnie loves both, but he's going with E.T. QA Library Dragons would be great for numbers, but E.T. would have less number but more pool recognition. Not sure what's up with my spell check. Don't worry, mate. We're all friends. David J. Lloyd, I'm on my own with Dueling Dragons here. I remember when my sister went blue and I went red to try see each other, and we didn't time it well at all. 10 points for you, David G. Lloyd. Not just for giving that a go, because that's a a fair achievement, just giving it a pump. But I appreciate you sticking your neck out. Love that. Lisa says, Charlie, it's an extra dark ride. Sunglasses. And Dimo ET, maybe we need to phone home and get a definitive answer on this one. There's no way I can't give you 10 points for that, babe. Top work. Okay, who's ready for the next one? I am. Are you? Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Let me just get my poll lined up for round 2. Okay, here we are. Round 2, here we go. We have Harry Potter, The Forbidden Journey versus the Flying Dinosaur. So, Forbidden Journey or Flying Dino. Now remember, you don't have to have been on both of these rides. Okay, you don't need to. This is what one you would be racing for. Maybe you've been on neither. That's okay too. Which one are you racing for though? Which one are you going for? Which one are you legging it for? Tell me. Vote in the comment, in the poll, whatever it's called. The poll. Do it. Okay. I want to see the answers here. I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated to see how this one's going. Really, really interesting. We got some good chat coming in here. Love that. All right, let's see. Oh, we got some more. There's still some of you that haven't voted, so please do vote. As I said, you're only letting yourself down. If the one that you prefer doesn't end up winning, it will be your fault. Can you live with that? No, maybe you can. Okay. We'll close this poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. All right. Let's have a look. Okay. This one. Very, very interesting. Forbidden Journey wins with 75% of the vote. Another 75-25, guys. This is nuts. Okay, all right. So, Enchanted Bid says Harry Potter. Ronnie Dodge, Flying Dinosaurs. It looks like his kind of intense coaster. I love that, Ronnie. Forbidden Journey for the queue line alone, says Charlie. Daimo says Harry Potter for me. Expelliarmus to dragons. Fair play. Good one. David J. Lloyd. I'm not a fan of Air, but he loves Manta. So I don't know if he'd like Dinosaur. But I do know I like Harry Potter's Forbidden Journey. It was magical for the first time you went. Excellent reasoning there. You're getting 10 points. Lisa, I haven't been on either yet. Looking forward to trying Harry Potter next year. You going next year? When are you going? Let me know. Exciting times. In Chancy of Vids, it does look amazing. In fact, the whole area looks really cool. The theming in that area is phenomenal. I only wish the dragon on the rooftop moved or bellowed out smoke or wings or flat wings. Absolutely. QA Library. Why not scared be the main wiener or weenie at the park and also part of the park? It'd be fascinating to know. Lisa's going in April. Very jealous. Very jealous. Lisa, I will be going in May, so we will. I'll salute you over the Atlantic if we cross paths there. Fantastic. All right, I think it's time for the next round. Lovely stuff. Here we go. Next round, we've got Jaws versus Jurassic World Adventure over at Universal Studios Beijing. Let's get the poll going because I forgot to do that. Let's do that now. Round 3, we have Jaws versus Jurassic World Adventure. Let's start the poll, shall we? There we go. Okay, cool. There we go. Give it to me. What are you going for? What are you gonna go for? QA Library, we're gonna come back to your question a little bit later. Now, what do you want? What would you be racing for? You've just walked into this fantasy park. And on one side of it, you've got Jaws. On the other side of it, you've got Jurassic World Adventure. Which way are you going? Jaws? Jurassic World Adventure. Jaws? Jurassic World Adventure. Jaws? Well, you get it, right? I've just noticed that Jaws, J-A-W, is... What do you call it when, if you move the names, the letters around, you get a different word? What do you call that? Let me know in the chat. I can't remember. What is that called? But what I mean is, JWA, Jurassic World Adventure, is JWA, J-A-W-S, anagram. Thank you, Lisa. My brain just is not completely it's not firing all cylinders tonight. Yes. And Enchanted Vids. God bless you. Thank you. Now, we've still got some people who have not voted. Come on, man. Vote. What are you waiting for? Please. We need a definitive answer. Okay? We need a definitive answer. Alright? I'm getting closer. I'm getting close to that poll. You've honestly got 5 seconds to vote. So, now or never, guys. Come on. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Alright, the poll is closing. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, Enchanted Vids. It's Jaws versus Jurassic World Adventure. Quick, 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 quick. Before I lock the poll. Jaws, Jurassic World Adventure. Oh, okay. Wow, that one's getting close. We're getting closer. It's getting narrower. Jurassic World Adventure wins that one. Okay. 67%. Jaws is 33%. Interesting. Now, we're very heavily rumoured to be getting a version of Jurassic World Adventure. Might not be exactly the same ride, though. Birdie might have told me. Watch this space. Okay, I think it's time for round... Oh, no. No, let's have a look through some of the good answers that we've had. What? Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see. Charlie says, thinks Jurassic World Adventure looks epic, but would have loved to experience Jaws. Chipswap would love to travel to the Asian parks, but really expensive, hence waiting for a Universal to come to you. Do you know what, Chipswap? A little bit of a brain breaker, this, but don't tell anyone. But you could go to Universal in Japan or Singapore or Beijing for a lot cheaper than a Florida holiday. Have a look around. Thank you everyone for telling me an anagram. I really appreciate that. Do you know what? This is an idea. I think we need to have prizes. Don't you think so? I think we do. Leave that one with me, shall we? Yeah, okay. In fact, you're getting 10 points for that. I think that's a fantastic suggestion. Right, just on that actually, let's quickly go on for a little bit of a tangent. You want to go to a Universal Park? Now, logic would tell you, right, that Florida is closer than China and therefore would be cheaper. However, it ain't always the way. And in fact, some of those parks, particularly the one in China, is the pricing is a little bit different to what you pay in Orlando, right? So have a look, price it up. Price going up to Beijing, just staying in Beijing and buying a day ticket to the park, price that up. And then, of course, you could always fly down to Shanghai and go and see Shanghai Disneyland as well. Sweet. Okay, all right, I think it's time for one more. Okay, you're going to love the last one, guys, but this is round number 4. Here we go. Round number 4 is the Hulk versus the Simpsons. Now, this one, on the face of it, this one should be a slam dunk for one of them. But everyone's got their own opinions. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. And I would be fascinated to see how this one rolls out. So you tell me, which one's getting your vote? The Hulk or the Simpsons? The Hulk or the Simpsons? The Hulk or the Simpsons? You tell me. What's going to get it? I'll be fascinated. Fascinated to see how this one goes. Now, there's still a few of you that haven't voted, so chop, 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 chop. Come on. Got 5 seconds. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the Hulk wins 75-25. There's not been a 50-50 one here. What? These have been quite... Yeah, a lot of these have been slam dunks, so that's been really, really interesting. Okay, all right, let's have a quick look here then. So Ronnie says the Hulk, easy, simple. Dave J. Lloyd says Hulk easily is a set piece attraction for the park. Correcto. Absolutely agree. Enchanting Vince, the Hulk hasn't been in that area for so long for a reason. Like I said before, double helix when you come out at that great speed, it's unbelievable. Makes for a compelling experience. What a fantastic comment. Chip Swap Simpsons was just a Back to the Future reskin. Bring back Back to the Future. Lol. Yeah. 10 points. Ronnie. Well, what was the Simpson ride before is better. Yeah. Lisa, I can't do Hulk, so I have to go Simpsons. Fair enough, Lisa. QA Library flights from the UK to Las Vegas now going to so 350 quid. There you go. If you're smart, you can make it happen. All right? Watch it. Okay. All right. So, are you ready for the final round? Now, this one, you have to use your imagination. Okay? None of us have ridden one of these rides. So, are you ready? Are you strapped in? It's a tough one. Okay? Now I'm going to get the poll lined up right now. So it's ready to drop. I'm expecting every single one of you to vote. Okay? Here we go. Round 5. Strap yourself in. Here we go. We have... Oh my gosh, it's loaded off onto one side. How frustrating. Let's have a look. Can we get it? Oh my gosh, what's going on? Ah! Can we put it? Oh my god. There we go. Right. Let's load it again. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Chaos. Great. Here we go. Right, we got Velocicoaster versus Back to the Future roller coaster. Rumoured to be coming to the Universal UK Park. My God. Can you deal with that question? Can you deal with that one? Right. Velocicoaster versus Back to the Future ride in Bedford. What's getting your vote? Who's going to get it? Huh? Who is going to win that head-to-head for you? I'm fascinated. Maybe you've been on one, but you've definitely not been on both. So you're going to have to use your noggin and your imagination and transport yourself mentally forward in time. Back to the Future style. Get into your DeLorean, check it out, and tell me which way you'll go. What are you going to go for? What are you going to go for? Oh, let's see, shall we? Let's see. I think we can still get a few more votes in. Velocicoaster or Back to the Future. Velocicoaster or Back to the Future. Coming to Bedford. Coming to Bedford. What are you going to say? Where are you going? I want you to tell me. There's still a few people that haven't voted, and I cannot believe you're here. You're observing this madness, this chaos, this wild thing, and you're not voting. I'm going to look at you right now as if I was looking into your soul. You need to vote now. You need to vote. Okay, we're going to close down the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're closing it. It's a clear winner. 92% say the Back to the Future ride coming to Bedford, UK, over 8% Velocicoaster. Now, ordinarily, Velocicoaster would probably win any other matchup, right? Ordinarily, they would. I think we're all very, very excited for what that ride could mean. Not just for us as individuals, but for the UK theme park industry, for the UK theme park experience, for the worldwide theme park experience. It's something unlike Universal have ever built before, and something on the scale that they've never done before. It's enormous. Rumored up to be up to 115 meters tall. Enormous. Right, let's go through the chat. I want to see what you've got to say. Let's have a look, shall we? Okie dokie. Let's have a look. Right. Chancy of it's difficult sound unless you've experienced that. I've heard you go backwards because of it being Back to the Future. It reverses negative G's. Yeah, I've heard that too. I love it. Okay, David J. Lloyd. If it's 117 meters as pitch going 88 miles per hour, surely it's the only choice. I agree with you, Dave. Weasty, you were like Samuel Jackson trying to get the computer working in Jurassic Park. I like that. You're getting a bonus point. I love it. Okay. Let's have a look. What else have we got going on here? Right. Oh. Yeah. Lisa saying, love that, Ronnie. Get the 50s diner opened. Love that idea. Love that idea. Here we go. Oh, there we go. We got some stuff going on there with the leaderboard. Love that. Okay. Okay. Chips, what? Can't wait to see the town square recreated in the UK. Fingers crossed. Yeah. QA Library, would Back to the Future be a dark ride? Looks to me like it's going to be a big old roller coaster, which fills me with a lot of joy because we like that sort of thing over here. But we also love dark rides too. But, you know, there is something highly, highly exciting about them building something of that scale right here in the UK. And I think that's something that they're building in this country for a particular reason. We love in this country, we love records being broken, and we love tallest and most inversions and this and that and the other. Blah, 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 blah. No, all of that stuff. So it makes a lot of sense for them to be kind of going for those same sort of titles here. Right. I think it's time for another game. I think we go back to a little bit of this. Back here for that. Now I don't know. It sounds like we've got some. What's the music playing? Oh no. We're good. We're in the library. It sounded like our ears were getting kind of. We're getting broken now. Right. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I've got one for you. What does PPH stand for? PPH. I will also accept RPH. PPH or RPH? Can you tell me? Let me know what you think. You got to give me your answers in the chat. Lisa thinks price per head. The middle word is correct. Got a good suggestion dropping into the chat then. Chipspot says Peppa Pig theme park. Okay. All right. Okay, we have got some correct answers now in the chat. Anybody want to join the fun? Okay. So the answer that I was looking for, and I would have accepted too, was people per hour or riders per hour. And that is effectively the throughput of an attraction, the throughput of a ride. One of the highest throughputs of a ride in the world is actually, it's a small world, yeah. That, over at all of the Magic Kingdom parks, Disneyland, that is, it's got an outrageous, it's like, I think it's like 3,500 to 4,000 people an hour. Hello, Ben. Mate, you missed not much news this week, but a lot of fun. But thank you so much for joining, Ben. In fact, Ben, for being a polite young man, you shall get 10 bonus points. All right. So, riders per hour or people per hour? Dave J. Lord was in there first with the correct answer. So, Dave J. Lord, you get some bonus points, 20 of them. QA Library gets 10 bonus points. Ronnie Dodge, well done, mate. Oh my God! I'm sorry, Mel. Yeah, Ronnie Dodge, you get some bonus points too. Beautiful. And Lisa Bond, is Peter Pan the worst? It's one of them. Dave J. Lloyd, is this a safe? Right. Let's cover this one off, shall we? By the way, washing machine's just entering the spin cycle, so if it starts cutting through and you start hearing it, do let me know and I'll press pause. It's a small world, right? This is a safe place and it's a legendary attraction. I'm not going to knock it, right? In any way. It's a Small World holds a couple of records. It holds the record for the most performed song of all time, which is the title track. And it also holds a record for the most continually played, publicly played piece of music anywhere in the world. Because if you take into consideration Tokyo, that opened in 1983, Orlando, and California, It's a Small World has been operating non-stop, 24 hours a day, around the world since 1983. How nuts is that? That's crazy, right? Wild. And Lisa, sorry, I'm not going to sing it because, do you know what? I'm just too nice to you guys. I'm not going to do that to you. All right. Okay. Let's do another one. And David, do not encourage Lisa, okay? I'm not going to do anything today. Okay. What is a head chopper? What is a head chopper? Oh, chip swap. No, the fact that I'm not going to sing it has got nothing to do with copyright because I've got another small world fact for you. There is no copyright on that piece of music. Why? Because it's Disney's gift to the children of the world. Don't believe me? Look it up. Google it. There is no copyright filed for the music to It's a Small World. Fact. Interesting, right? Okay. All right. What else we got? I want to see these answers coming in. Head chopper, head chopper, head chopper. Well. So, okay, here we are. We got some good answers here. Got some good answers. Ronnie Dodge, close to your head or a structure. That is correct. It's when you're on a ride, yeah, and you throws past something and it feels like it's gonna, but no. It's all an illusion. It's not actually that close. Interesting. Okay, all right. Lisa, element close to your head that you pass through or under a ride. Excellent definition. Chip swap, dip on a coaster that makes you feel like you're going to lose your head. Not quite, chip swap, not quite. Dave J. Lloyd, a low hanging element on a ride that's near miss for riders. Yeah. QA Library, head chopper, very bad haircut. Enchanted Vids, any point on a roller coaster where the rider's head gets close, it appears to do so. I think Enchanted Vids, I'm going to have to give you a point for that as well. Love that. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Perfect. Okay, I think we've got... Do we have time for one more? Do we have time for one more go round? I think we probably do. But, don't know. What do you think? One more round? Let me dig into my dictionary and find some... The washing machine will decide. Yeah, it's all right. We're okay. Here we go. Ready for one more? Okay, last one. What is a spaghetti bowl? What is a spaghetti bowl? I'm not talking about something in your kitchen. It's in a theme park. What's a spaghetti bowl? And you might get a bonus point if you can give me an example of one. That's tough. It's tricky. But I have full faith in you guys. I know you can do it. I'm sure you can. A spaghetti bowl. Ronnie's stuck his neck out there. He's giving it a go. Anyone else feeling brave? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Come on. Spaghetti bowl. Dave J. Lloyd, like flying fish. Are you thinking the incredible incredible ride over at Thorpe Park? Let me know. QA Library says a turn or shape of a turn on a roller coaster. Chancey Vid says a roller coaster has lots of turns and has a look of spaghetti. Chipswap says dense track layout. Charlie says like the Spaghetti Junction in Birmingham. Dave J. Lloyd says just a circle. Lisa says twisting foundations area. I'm liking these ideas, guys. These are fantastic ideas. Right. I'm thinking... Let me think. There we go. Let's start. Okay. I'm going to try and find an example of one. Here we are. Here we go. Beautiful. Okay, you ready to see a spaghetti bowl? Here we go. I'm going to try and fire it up on the screen. Here we go. Ready? Can you see this? All of these. Now, look at this one. Whoop. Oh, crazy. Oh, this one's got some PHP warnings, which is very interesting. Now, here's one, right? This is what I'm quite interested in. I want to know if... can you see that one over there, guys? Yeah, look at that. Okay, right. I want to know if you can tell me a spaghetti bowl coaster that is in Orlando, and I'll give you a clue. It's not at Universal. Okay, it's not at Universal. Now, I will reveal it. A spaghetti bowl coaster is... Can you tell me? Have a think, have a think, have a think. What do you reckon? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is in just a minute. Here we go. I'm just gonna get it up on the screen. Now, okay, I'm going to show you a spaghetti bowl. That is a spaghetti bowl, okay? Now, nobody has guessed what the spaghetti bowl in Orlando is. Now, it's not a Universal Park. I'll give you another clue. It is at the Walt Disney World Resort. I'll give you another clue. This ride that you can see here is not in Orlando. This is in Belgium. But this exact ride is a clone of a ride that's on Disney property. Coaster Mart Rock and Roller Coaster, absolutely spot on. You're absolutely right. Rock and Roller Coaster, yeah. Aerosmith, soon to be the Muppets. That is a quintessential spaghetti bowl coaster. So fantastic. I absolutely love that. Right, okay. Let's go through some of the answers here. So Ronnie says intertwining roller coasters. I think that's close enough. Let's have a quick look here. Okay, Enchanted Vid says a roller coaster has lots of turns and has a look of spaghetti. I think you could. That's kind of bang on, right? Chip Swap says dense track layout. Correct, absolutely. Dave J. Lloyd, sorry, it's not Flying Fish. Been good. I'm going to give some points here to Coaster Mark that says rock and roller because you guessed it correct. So you're going to get 20 points as well. So fantastic stuff. Dave J. Lloyd, is Space Mountain Paris one as well? Arguably, yes. But you see, that's a really great question. I'm guessing it probably is because it's all very condensed in a very small area. So technically, yeah, it would be. Dave J. Lloyd, fantastic question. You're going to get 10 points for that. Love that. Okay, right. The spin cycle is just beginning, which means our time together is probably close to an end. But what that does mean is that we need to check in on our stream leaderboard. So let's have a quick look, shall we? Who has won the stream this week? It is Enchantia Vids is at number 1 with 146 points. Dave J. Lloyd, second place, 113. Ronnie is in third with 91. Chip Swap is 71 points. Lisa Bourne, 65. Dymo, 57. And Charlie is on 52. And Mike Jevons, he's here. Hello, mate. How you doing? How's it going, fella? And let's check in on the lifetime leaderboard. Enchantia Vids with 472 points. Ronnie's on 349. David J. Lloyd, 281. Lisa's 209 on fourth place. Chip Swap 168, fifth place. QA Library, sixth place, 162. And Enchantia Vids, don't apologise. Don't apologise. Hey, it's a big achievement, yeah? It's a big achievement. So somebody who's not in the podium right now, I challenge you. Next week, be here, join us, and challenge for a spot in the top 3. Right. The spin cycle has officially begun, which means it's almost time to kick the tumble dryer into action. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Have an amazing Friday. Have a spectacular weekend. And I hope your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the most of Thursday next week is spot on for you. And I'll see you again next week. Until then, God bless. Take it easy. And take care of yourselves, yeah? All right. See you later, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.